guys, it's time to get started here with Bollocks this evening. We're excited to be here on this windy Thursday.
It's breezy.
Our hair was blowing everywhere. Your eyebrows,
Right, exactly.
my beard. Blake actually has hair. And Blake's in the studio with us. We got Aiden back there pushing all the buttons. So we got a full crew of the Bollocks boys here, and we are in the
Bozard Ford Studio.
Oh. Aiden!
I didn't hear anything coming out of the booth.
Damn right we are.
Oh.
All right. I got to tell you about the wonderful people at Bozard, and they are Bozard Ford Lincoln in St. Augustine. Their goal is to make sure your time and experience buying a car is stress-free, fun, and enjoyable. Bozard is a family-owned Ford dealership that has been in business since 1949. Bozard Ford Lincoln has been the recipient of numerous dealer awards, including being ranked #1 automotive dealership in the nation by Dealer Rater. Bozard Ford also has won back-to-back President's Awards, which is the highest honor given by the Ford Motor Company. Check them out today online at bozardford.com.
Thank you. Eat, drink, and be Irish at Meehan's Irish Pub and Seafood House, right on the waterfront in downtown St. Augustine. Whether you're craving classic corned beef and cabbage, fresh seafood from the Raw Bar, or their famous bangers and mashed. Also, you might want to try the Irish Reuben. It's really great. Irish Cuban, I'm sorry. The Reuben there is always fabulous, but the Irish Cuban is real interesting. You can grab a pint in their cozy Irish pub, unwind upstairs at Johnny's Oyster Bar with stunning views of the Matanzas River, or kick back in the backyard with tropical vibes and a Caribbean-inspired menu. The pints are cold, the food's unforgettable, and the welcome is always warm, only at Meehan's. And they have a fabulous selection of haberdashery, as I am modeling today with my long-sleeve Meehan's tie-dyed shirt.
Yep. At one time, we would tell you to move your microphone so they could see the logo. So let's show off that fancy logo there. There you go.
Stuff on the back, too.
There you go. Only at Meehan's. I love the fact that he started talking as he turned away and the microphone was so far away.
Did you not hear me?
All right. A.D. Davis Construction. When quality matters, trust A.D. Davis Construction, North Florida's expert in high-end homes, commercial builds, renovation, and historic restoration. With over 72 years of experience, their dedicated team delivers craftsmanship you can count on and relationships built on trust. They don't just build buildings, they build confidence with integrity, performance, and results that keep over 90% of their clients coming back. From concept to completion, choose A.D. Davis Construction, where your vision meets their legacy of excellence. All right, we have other sponsors that are equally as amazing. St. Augustine Distillery, Citygate Spirits, A to Z Roofing and Waterproofing, Anastasia Diner, Moultrie Creek Diner, Brightway Insurance, St. Augustine Pirate and Treasure Museum, St. Anastasia Construction Group, Solar Stick, Abear, Kresge and Associates, and Powell Heating and Air. That's quite a team we got there. I see my paperclip in the circle.
Thank you. I will
Doing my part, Lenny.
eradicate the circle now. Circle eradicated.
Eradicate that circle. All right, it is Thursday, and we have lots of fun stuff to talk about. We have brands of when they were originated.
Car brands.
Car brands,
Right.
when they originated, and we have interesting insurance claims or insurance coverages.
And there are some interesting ones, I will
Yeah.
tell you that. Some I knew about, but there's some wackier ones even still.
Yeah. So we have some fun stuff, and then Blake, did you wanted to talk about something else too, or was it you think those are the topics we're sticking with?
I believe those are some good topics that we could talk about, but if we run out of topics, we can easily. I did want to talk about Brooks Koepka and the PGA Tour and Live Golf for a bit, but
let's talk about like the livelihood of living.
yes.
Not like they're going to run out of money.
Yeah.
But so the main issue, the main thing that happened, I believe it was Wednesday, Tuesday or Wednesday, that announcement came out that Brooks Koepka announced that he was going to be returning to the PGA Tour after his Live Golf contract ended. I believe he'll make his return at the Sony Open, and also believe he'll be in the field for the Phoenix Open. I'm not sure if he's going to be in the field for the Players Championship because I believe he's not been on the FedEx Cup for long enough to qualify for the Players Championship. So
okay.
Remember, there's a lot of requirements that he had to do, and there were a lot of things that would have been normal for a golfer of his stature to get into these things. But he's not getting exemptions anymore. He's got to qualify.
Yes.
So it's going to be tough for him to get back onto the tour. Excuse me.
bless you,
But
Lee.
he's the type of player that can play his way pretty much
Sure.
into any tournament.
All right. So
And
official.
he's going to get. There's other things. There's other sponsors exceptions, and he'll get some of those.
He'll still have his Nike money. So.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
he's
so-
going to get some sponsors also.
So the official penalty is he will not be eligible for PGA Tour equity grants for 5 years. He will not receive any FedEx Cup bonus money in 2026, and he cannot play in signature events unless he earns his way in.
Right.
Out-of-pocket cost is a $5 million charity donation to be decided jointly with the tour. Financial repercussion: no access to the FedEx Cup bonus money, which is a potential loss of 55 to 85 million and upwards. So, but it's part of the PGA Tour's new returning member program, and I believe it's only qualified for those who have won a major in 2022 onward, and which targets out one person in particular, which is Phil Mickelson, who won the PGA Championship in 2021.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see Lefty coming back that fast.
No, I'll see that as well. But it's like other
What's the reasoning? Is he just not
did he do
happy with how much he has to travel and be that far from his family? And Koepka's always been a guy who's had some personality conflicts with guys on the tour. He's not exactly like the warm and fuzzy guy.
No, and he was one of the first golfers to really start to bulk up by doing weight training too.
Yeah, and I definitely believe him started them, but then Bryson DeChambeau broke it to like another level there. I believe that he was just Tiger as well.
Tiger just went in beast mode, and Duval went from a pudgy guy when he was a great golfer to a guy who was lean and mean and couldn't make a cut.
Yeah.
So I mean, I
But
think
if you stood him next to Brooks Koepka, Tiger would look like he was in great shape, and Brooks Koepka looks like he's ready to go WWE on you.
yeah, no.
But absolutely.
I think this is one of those sports where it might help you with a little bit of length.
A little distance,
Golf's a game of inches, and it's usually about the 5 inches between your ears.
Right.
Because what's the guy's name? Justin Thomas. I don't think he could snap a pencil in half. Now McIlroy's gotten himself in really good shape, but when he first came out, he was winning stuff. So
He was a kid, too,
I think,
yeah.
I think this is one of those equalizers of sports. It's always and I make this statement, and people get mad when I make this statement, but if you have equal talent, the bigger and stronger guy usually wins. That's not always true in golf.
No.
In most other sports, that plays true.
Right, and in golf, if you get too bulky, you're going to truncate your swing to a degree at times, and you need to stay limber. So, but the science of sports has changed so much now that with massage and nutrition and kinesiology and flexibility, people are more limber and bulkier. But, too much muscle mass, and all of a sudden it's tough to get a full swing going.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Well, and I think if you stood beside John Daly, they would think all of us look buff. That's true. And here's a guy who's made a great career on just being John Daly.
Absolutely.
I
have named a cocktail after him.
He's still, he's still relevant in the game of the older guys. He's still relevant.
Yeah.
And it's not just because he starred in Happy Gilmore 2.
Well, and he's making commercials left and right now, too.
Yeah. Well, because people
Grip it and rip
recognize
it.
him. That's
Of
what I'm
course.
saying. He's still relevant.
Of course.
He's got more commercials out there than Tiger.
Yeah.
So, all All right.
He's probably having more fun.
Also one thing about like live golf as well, and this is why I personally believe that Brooks left. I do believe that Brooks wanted more of like an even competition, like he wants to play with the Skies, he wants to play with the Rories. But unfortunately, he can't do that except for like 4 events out of the year. So
On a regular basis.
yeah. So, but I definitely do believe that he'll make more money, like endorsement deals, by playing and beating the Skies and the Rories and the Schauffele's.
I don't know. They did so much bonus money with the live.
Yeah, they don't have to work again.
Yeah, they did so much upfront signing bonus money.
And
Millions and millions and millions of dollars.
But this also might be Brooks hedging his bets, knowing that if there's a possibility of Saudi Arabia acquiring the PGA Tour, then you have the possibility of getting the live bonus money while under the PGA Tour banner and still playing the U.S. So that's my thoughts about that.
All right. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how many cuts he actually makes and if he'll actually be relevant. But like I said, he's not a warm and fuzzy guy. So he's not a guy who is going to get the John Daly type endorsements.
But you know what? He doesn't need it. This is ridiculous. Do you know how much they got? You know how much Mickelson got for joining Live?
100 million.
200 million.
200 million, yeah.
You know how much the other guys got? Dustin Johnson and Brooks Koepka?
240, like
125 to 150 million. And poor Cameron Smith, who won the Players, 3-4 years ago? He only got $100 million.
Yeah.
Before winning a tournament. Yeah. Just come play with us.
To hit a ball that you're more likely going to lose if you're me, and then go find it and then hit it again.
And Bryson only got 125 million. And poor Bubba Watson. He was once king of the world. He only got a mere $50 million. How's the man going to survive?
He was past his prime.
Holy
goodness.
That
was a bonus paycheck for him for sure. All right. So we have creations of vehicles and strange things that are insured, and just insurance in general. All right. And the reason I brought this up is because I'm doing another life insurance. You were talking insurance. It's just kind of
my
weird.
Homeowners, yeah.
You were talking insurance on the phone. I was talking before you came in and before I came in the studio. I was talking to my insurance.
Okay.
And talking about a new life insurance. And
we are available to be a beneficiary should you need an extra beneficiary.
Yeah,
I'm just letting you know. I'm just putting it out there.
I think there's some volunteers out there.
All right. Well, I know I'd be down on the list. However,
I try to get you to adopt me.
All right. I'll try.
All right, but there's some strange things that can be insured. One of the things I find very strange is because I have my medical marijuana card, it knocked me from premier to standard insured on my life insurance.
Okay.
When I was talking to my guy, he says, "Well, do you even?" I don't smoke.
Right.
I don't smoke anything. I don't vape, and I don't smoke any marijuana. I will take an edible,
right,
maybe twice a month. I probably don't even need my medical card, but it's out there. It's available, and I don't think this should hurt me. But the fact that I was honest about it,
right,
told him about it, and now it might hurt me on how much my monthly payment's going to be.
Just because this is Thursday and this is bollocks, let me go on a very brief tangent here.
Please do.
Have you spoke to the sheriff about the legality of your medical marijuana card and having a gun permit?
The fact that you don't even need a gun permit anymore in the state of Florida has kind of made that irrelevant.
Good to know. Thank you very much.
So you don't even have to have a concealed. You need it if you go to another state.
Right, the reciprocity.
Reciprocity.
Right.
The reciprocity that comes along with it.
Right.
But I think one infringes on the other, and I think it's lost in several different courts where they said, "Oh, you can't have this." Now you can't be stoned and carry a gun, which is illegal.
Right.
Illegal to do.
Or drunk. Yeah.
Yeah. Or drunk.
Right.
Or impaired in any way.
Right.
And just like being a pilot, the rules of carrying a gun is very similar to the level of what you can drink because it's like half of what it is. Like like it's .08 for you're drunk or
Right,
something
for-
like that. I
for-
think it's
right, DWI, yeah.
I think it's .04 if you get caught with a gun.
Okay.
So so I think there's
I can understand
there's
that,
some
respect
there's some
that.
stricter things with that. But because of the legality in the state of Florida, pretty much anybody can carry a gun now.
So you don't need a license. You just need to have your gun registered.
Yeah, I mean, not all guns are registered here in the state of Florida. So, I mean,
Well, I mean, I'm talking handguns, I suppose, because
Yeah.
shotguns aren't.
yeah, no, but hunting rifles, none of those are registered at all. So,
Yeah, but you get in trouble if you take your shotgun and saw off the barrel.
yeah,
They don't like that.
well, you're not supposed to alter weapons at all. So that's
But how do you get it to fit under your long trench coat?
Yeah.
When you're your duster,
Well-
when you're walking down the street for your shootouts.
Exactly.
You know?
So when you're headed to the OK.
Right.
All right.
Nobody saw them coming.
Here are some of the wild ones that I found. You found some too, right?
Oh, yeah, there's some insurance we're up to?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Some bizarre stuff out there.
All right. Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
All right. She has insured her legs and her voice. All right. For millions. All right. Heidi Klum
Well,
insured her legs.
one leg is worth less than the other.
Exactly. She has a scar on one of them. So one leg is worth less.
But you want to talk legs? Let's go back to the 40s and talk about the woman who had the legs, Betty Grable.
Yeah, she had
That's where it started.
she had two of them.
Yep. And those gams were worth a lot of money.
Yeah. So,
She, in 1940s, her legs were insured for $1 million. Yeah.
yeah. This one I think's hilarious. Tom Jones.
Yeah, that may or may not be legit, though. But it's still worth bringing up.
It's chest
Very,
hair.
very
Right.
itchy.
Right.
Chest hair.
Right.
How many? What is that? Is that euros? 3.5 euros?
It's probably, is it pounds?
It might be pounds. Is that the pound sign?
L sign?
Yeah,
that's
that's pounds. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Keith Richards, Freddie, this one's for you. Insured his finger.
Middle finger.
Well, you know.
His middle finger
Right. So,
All
I was
right.
keeping it clean. And Jennifer Lopez, her behind.
was, and so with Kim Kardashian at a reported $21 million. All
Whew, probably cost that much to have that.
right. Daniel Craig, 007. Not my favorite one. At his full body at 9.5 million. And Bruce Springsteen, his voice at 6 million.
And also Rod Stewart's voice at $6 million.
Yep. All right. Here's the question, guys. We all have different body types. We're all of different ages. What would you insure on you if you were worth $1 bazillion?
My brain.
Your brain. Okay. So if you had a stroke, you get money
Ooh. Okay.
because that's
That'll
an
work.
attack on your brain.
Yep. Yep.
So,
There's a couple of wacky ones.
all right. Blake, what about you?
I'll probably go with, well, definitely not my teeth because I already damaged them to heck.
Yeah, I don't think.
I'll probably say,
I think we already do insure
yeah.
our health anyway. So
Yeah.
like your brain's probably
Yeah, I get, yeah, yeah.
But I mean, where you to get a payout like this,
Right.
like, we're talking about the Lloyd's of London.
Right.
No. Well. Ooh, this is a tough one. I'm gonna go with the Kardashian and say my butt.
You're
Okay.
behind.
All right.
You're behind.
You, J-Lo, and Kim Kardashian.
All right.
Nice.
Aiden, what about you, man?
I think these are kind of going off the premise of, hey, I make money off of these things on my body.
Right.
They
Yeah,
should be
but
insured.
if we're going into fantasy world here, Aiden, you're thinking way too logical here. Fantasy world.
Well, even if we're thinking logically, it has to be the face. Because if I walk into a job interview and I got a mangled face or something, he's gonna be like,
Don Merrick.
I might need that insured.
Okay.
Yeah. So you don't want no Quasimodo.
You want to ensure you're pretty. That's nice.
All right.
That's good.
And I'm going to insure my beard.
Okay.
So, just,
Well, wait a second.
If,
Are you gonna
if
try
I
to-
ever become a bazillionaire,
Right.
I'm pretty sure my beard goes with me.
Okay.
So I think I insure my beard. If they're insuring her derriere,
Right.
when you describe me to someone, you're going to say it's a bearded guy who's wearing a hat.
Okay. So now, why don't you insure your hats? Because the reality is, first of all, if you become a bazillionaire, we don't need to insure anything because you got all the money you need.
Well, I mean, look at
But your
Kardashian.
hats-
She's almost a billionaire.
You could insure your hat collection because, by the way, if I'm insuring your beard, I'm not letting you collect when you're going snorkeling
Yeah. Yeah.
because the beard goes away.
Well, I probably wouldn't shave it off if I was making that kind of money off my appearance.
Okay,
So,
all right. There's still a couple of wacky ones.
Yeah.
There's three women in Ireland insured themselves against immaculate conception on the outside chance that Jesus was coming back, and they got wailed on by the Catholic Church, and they had to cancel the policy.
oh wow.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people will insure against alien abduction.
Yep.
I don't know how you're going to prove that one to collect.
Yeah. Lost time and medical cost. Okay.
All right, well, that should
Ghost hauntings.
be. Ooh, back to my old job.
Yeah.
Can we just emphasize on that your old job is ghost hauntings? I've never
No,
heard this
I-
side
I-
of Lenny.
He was
No, I was on a first name basis with the majority of the ghosts in St. Augustine.
he was a ghost tour guy.
Right, especially the ones that happen to
Walking
haunt
tours.
bars and restaurants. It was very convenient for me.
Yeah.
Right. People collected on this one.
Okay.
A UK travel agency insured people for getting hit on the head with a coconut, and they had to pay out. Somebody got gonked on the head, and they paid out on that one.
Yeah, that's wild.
So yeah, and then this is the other thing. So you go to golf outings, and if you get a hole in one, you win a car, or you win a trip around the world, or whatever it is. Those are always insured. So whoever the sponsor of that tournament will be, or whoever's putting the car up, let's say Bozard Ford, in their absolute perpetual generosity, decides to donate a car as a hole-in-one prize.
Yes.
They would take insurance out on the value of that car on the outside chance that somebody actually gets the hole-in-one and wins that car. That's very common practice for something like that.
You saying that just made me remember something. Japan, getting a hole in one is like a huge event, and I saw a video on it. But what they do is they'll have like literal, they call it hole in one insurance, and a golfer will pay X amount a month for, to the company. And then once they get a hole in one, it's like a huge fiasco. Like they buy gifts for everyone. They take people out to dinner. So they pay out on that so they can pay for the hole in one dinners and gifts and stuff.
Right. It's like, here, you hit a hole-in-one, and all of a sudden you're buying everybody drinks. Nobody's
Yeah.
buying you a drink. You just had to bought the whole clubhouse a cocktail.
Yeah, that's you don't want to get a hole in one during tournament play.
Right.
Yeah, because at the whole tournament, everyone's buying drinks on you.
Yep.
So, I'd still pay it. I'd love to get a hole in one.
Right, me and you
So,
both. You know, you bronze the ball, you put
all
it on
right.
a plaque.
Did you see
Life
what
is good.
David Lee Roth insured?
No, his blonde hair or his tequila?
Unwanted pregnancy. He insured his sperm,
Okay.
so in case there was an unwanted pregnancy.
Gene Simmons insured his tongue.
I also know Troy Polamalu insured his beautiful long
Hair?
locks.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of people do the hair. I didn't think about that one. That one's good.
Yeah. Was the guy Flatley? Michael
Flatley, yeah, Lord of the
47
Dance.
million on his legs.
Sure. Well, that was his livelihood.
Yep. All right. Different types of insurance. Pet rock collection. Someone covered their pet rock collection.
Yep.
Wow. All right. I think we've kind of killed that horse
Yeah.
there.
Well.
All right. We're moving on to cars and when they originated. All right. And this came off of, I was doing a deep dive. One of the Dodge brothers died on this day in history, like yesterday.
Okay.
And, and I was like, oh, okay. I wonder when all these cars started. And I did a little dive on it. And here we go. So the very first car company, Mercedes, is the first one on the list. And because a lot of people believe Henry Ford invented the automobile. Absolutely not
Nope.
true. He invented the
Assembly line.
assembly line that made cars affordable for the everyday man. So Mercedes was the first one on the list in 1886. Peugeot
Also, in
Peugeot,
France.
yeah.
Right?
was 1891. All right. And so I was like, okay, which cars do we have in our household? All right. Blake, you have a Volvo?
Yes.
Take a guess.
I'm gonna say 1917.
All right. No, it's 1927.
Okay.
1927. All right. I have an Audi. An Audi was 1910. All right. You know,
Germans.
there was another one that was still in the 1800s was a Renault. I think they're still around, aren't they?
Renault, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're still around. Why do people call during the show? You know, and they were in 1898. Okay, a car you're going to see this weekend. Who you think is going to be possibly one of the favorites? Cadillac.
Yeah, Cadillac.
It was 1902. So still very early on. What was your very first car, Lenny?
My first car was a Buick Century,
Okay.
and then it was a Pontiac Tempest that I got from my aunt that had no speedometer, odometer.
Yeah. Buicks and Pontiacs, are they still around? Buicks.
Buick's around big time now, yeah.
Buick's still around. And
Pontiac's gone, right?
Pontiac's gone, and then I believe Buick is General Motors General Motors top brand in China.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Really?
that's why they're still around, because of China.
China's keeping them in the relevance.
Yep.
All right, but you currently have a Chevrolet
I currently have a Ford Edge,
Ford Edge,
as in
All right.
Bozard Ford.
Bozard Ford, 1903.
Okay.
1903. I'm sorry, Aiden, your car brand did not make the list.
Yeah.
You and the
I
hamsters.
figured because in Japan, I'm not thinking they weren't really industrialized until like kind of more post, like coming up to World War II. And then they probably, if I had to throw out a guess, I'd say 44, probably towards the end. They were probably a military manufacturer, then they moved into, cars and stuff. So I'd throw around 44.
Yeah, because you drive the car that I make fun of quite a bit.
It's gross. I make fun of it too. So
Yeah, a Kia. So Blake, do a
Come on.
quick search. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah. So sorry to interrupt here real quick. I just got a notification from the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office here that says on A1A in Ponte Vedra at TBC Boulevard, both ways on A1A North are blocked off as of right now.
Okay.
So if you're planning to go up to Jacksonville Beach tonight, I recommend taking 95.
Gotcha. Yeah, stay off of A1A north of Ponte Vedra there. All
Ladies
right,
and gentlemen, that was a special nighttime edition of Hit the Blake's Traffic Report.
there you go. Rolls Royce still around. 1904. Okay, and Citroen.
Citroen.
Are they still around?
Citroen.
Yes. I believe
They're
so.
a European brand, right?
French.
Oui,
Okay.
oui.
And they started in 1919. All right. Nissan,
Datsun.
1931. It was a Datsun here, but I think it was a Nissan there. And my sister had a Datsun.
280Z?
Yeah, a
Is she hot
Datsun.
rodding it?
A Datsun truck. So
Did you bring in Mitsubishi, 1917?
I had a Dodge Challenger Mitsubishi. Dodge Challenger in the early 80s used
Mitsubishi engines?
Mitsubishi engines. So
Mitsubishi was making Japanese Zeros.
okay.
Yeah, they were an airline manufacturer during World War II, if I'm not mistaken, or an airplane during
All
the
right.
war.
This is a brand I don't know. You guys might know. It says 1906. It's called a Lancia.
Oh,
L-A-N.
Yeah.
Those
CIA.
are the best cars of all time, especially for people in Russia.
yeah. So
Is that still a brand today?
it is still a brand, but
Okay.
but this is not their golden age. Like the best golden age was when like they're like the world rally champions, like in the early 80s.
Okay.
They're
Yeah,
they're like the most like them and Audi were like the most dominant.
Where are those made?
Italy.
Italy. Okay, in 1906.
Yeah, but they're like most notorious for like their older cars were like notorious for being built on the cheap and rusting out quickly.
I can tell you this. This next one is probably the nicest car. I've ridden in a Rolls Royce, but this next one's probably the nicest vehicle I've ever been in. Bentley. 1919. And then Toyota came around in 1935. And then 1938. I believe it's the biggest car company in the world right now, isn't it? Or is it Fiat? Is it Volkswagen?
Let's see.
By size, I thought Volkswagen was the largest company in the world.
Yeah, because they own a ton of others, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm double checking. So Toyota is number one,
Okay.
I believe by a large margin. Let me look at the graph here. Yep, I believe Toyota is up there, number one, I believe.
Okay. Well, you're going to give us a list, or are you just going to?
I'm trying to pull up the
It's a
dang.
teaser.
I'm trying to pull up the dang thing. Yeah. So top selling brands in 2023, and I believe this is for like everyone, like because they're part of like any individual group. So I believe Toyota has 11.07% market share. Volkswagen cars. Oh, wait, hold on.
6.41.
Yeah. You
percent of the market
You're
share,
looking at the same
share
thing.
of the market. Honda is at almost 5%.
Yeah.
Ford and Honda are really close to each other.
Yeah.
Hyundai is just a little bit behind them. Then Nissan, Suzuki, Kia stepping in. They're ahead of Chevrolet. I don't know what BYD is. What is that?
BYD. I don't know what that is.
Is that not the Chinese electric car maker now?
I
BYD Auto.
don't
Yep,
think that.
major Chinese automaker that produces electric vehicles. The
job.
BYD is in English stands for Build Your Dreams.
Yeah, it's a good job. And then BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Audi, Tesla, and Renault.
Actually, I think BYD is the largest electric car manufacturer, has the most cars,
Yep.
electric cars on the road now of anybody.
Yeah, well, it's bigger than Tesla, so
Oh, yeah.
I would say that seems to be the correct answer. All right, the cars.
Not a pretty car.
I've never seen one. Oh, that's hideous. That looks like the old electric cars, like the ones that go like 14 miles.
There you go.
It's hideous.
Oh
Hayden,
my.
could you find a picture of BYD?
Those are like the old cars. I believe they did modernize the newer cars, so they don't look like that anymore.
I would think not. And that also
No.
doesn't look like it's necessarily an electric car.
It looks like the old. You remember the old electric cars that looked like almost like a triangle? Original electric cars, 1970s electric cars. They would only go like 30 miles, and
Okay,
their top
a
speed.
long extension
Their
cord.
top speed was like 30 miles an hour.
Wow.
So, if you go to electric cars in the 70s, that a lot has come a long way with electric cars.
Mm-hmm.
These are what the newer ones are looking like.
Oh, that
Yes.
looks pretty good. Yeah, that
That
was
looks like,
nothing
that looks like a real car.
Yeah.
Okay. These other look like, work vans, little work vans.
Yeah. So this is the car I was talking about. It was called the city car. So
It's like a
yeah, so-
precursor to a smart car.
if you go to Wikipedia, Aiden, and just
Yep.
type in city car, and it's TI, not TY, car, all one word.
Oh, these things are awesome.
Yeah, but they would only go like 40 miles. It had a 40-mile range, very slow speed. They were awful.
Yeah, but
They were two-seaters.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
yeah, but when you're done though, when you have a chance, look up the POP50.
POP 50.
Here, check this out. This is the city car.
Yeah, that's the city car right there. You were cool
Easy to park.
for at least 22 miles.
Easy to
Yeah.
park.
Yeah.
All right. So can you look up the POP50, please? I believe that's the smallest car ever produced. I believe that's a Guinness World Record as well.
Is
like
that
a
the one
one-seater?
that Jeremy Clarkson did on Top Gear a while ago?
Yes, that was
what was the little BMW that had the front end opening door
The bubble
with
door.
3 wheels?
The bubble car, I believe.
Clarkson tried to get in one of those, and I think he failed.
It was the BMW Isetta. But the car that Clarkson got originally was the POP 50. If you can find a photo of that, that'd be great. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, and Bobby says Tesla's Cybertruck set back auto designs for decades.
Yes.
I can tell you, people got really mean to me when I did the video acting like I had bought one. I was like, "How rude are you?"
Here's
It was like saying you got an ugly baby.
Well,
Just things you shouldn't say.
Yeah, the POP 50.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that one's.
you just pick that up and put it in the parking spot. You don't even have to back it in.
How big's the gas tank on that? Like 3 gallons?
Well, I mean, it's the weight of nothing, so you can
Yeah,
take it pretty far.
yeah. Well, I had an MGB.
Don't have a big lunch though.
I had an MGB,
Won't
and the
fit.
guys on my baseball team would pick it up. It was convertible.
Right, convertible. Right.
But they would pick it up and put it at an angle so when another car parked, I couldn't get my car out. The other cars are parked straight, so they could get out. I would have to wait for someone else to leave or find 4 people
Pick your car up.
to pick my car up and put it back. So that's but I mean, we had that love of practical jokes.
Right.
I put
was harmless.
my friend's house for sale, and the joke was going for so long, I had forgotten about it, and it was probably maybe a week later. And Eddie, if you're watching, he sometimes watches. You know, we called his mom Nate. Nate was mad at me, and because the mailman came up and asked how much the house was for sale for. I had put it in their front yard. They didn't. Their
For
people.
sale sign?
Yeah, the for sale sign in their front yard, but they didn't go to their front yard. They
Side door, back
they
door.
were a back door, side door type of family, like a lot of families, and they never walked out the front. And it literally had been a week, and I thought it would be noticed that next day, and I literally forgot about the sign. And the funny thing is I stole the sign. Allegedly, I borrowed the sign.
There you go. Much better.
I've incriminated myself a lot today between the morning show and here. From just like 4 houses down. So I thought someone would pick up
Right.
on it or notice it. It's just one of those H signs that you step on. No one noticed it, and it was so the house that was for sale
Wasn't.
wasn't for sale, and the house that wasn't for sale was for sale for over a week, and no one noticed. And it was supposed to only be a joke that lasted.
Who knew? You know,
Lasted a
they could
day.
have. Somebody could have made them an offer that they couldn't refuse.
Yeah.
It was,
Yeah.
You're gonna give me this much for the house? It's yours. Here are the keys. They would have sent you a thank you note. You would have gotten a commission. It could have been your first commission.
Yeah,
There you go.
that was it.
That was your career
I was
in
selling
real
houses
estate.
before I knew it.
Right. Career in real estate.
So Troy, you had one of these?
Yeah, mine was white with a black racing stripe with the 3 windshield wipers. You can see the 3 windshield wipers there. The only problem is the electrical system in those British Leyland cars
Yeah.
was absolutely awful. And it broke down every other Sunday like clockwork. Like one time the brakes went out and I had to get it all the way across town. I couldn't afford a tow truck. So I had my friend Darren who was with me. I would downshift so much that it would almost stop, and then I'd try and focus on where there was a hill at or something like that. So I wouldn't go into an intersection. And if I went into an intersection, I had to turn the car off and then pop the clutch,
Right.
and then let the engine stop it.
You had to jump start it? Oh,
Yeah,
really?
No, the motor actually had to stop us. I mean, we're only doing like 2-3 miles an hour at
Right.
that point, but we're rolling into intersections a couple times. So when you have POSs, you learn a different level of driving
Absolutely.
skills.
Yep.
And you boys probably have never even jump started. Well, you don't really know. You know the concept of driving a standard car, but you've never had to push start a car.
No.
Aiden?
I haven't had to, but I know how to because the golf course's work carts for the maintenance crew are manual. So I know how to drive it. I know you pop it in a second. I know how to, but I've never had to.
You haven't had to do it yet.
Nope.
That was standard
Good to have a hill.
in the land. You either had to have two friends, or you had to have a hill.
A hill, right? Yep.
And at some point when my battery was bad, because like I said, in that
Micro system. Yeah.
in that system, you had to look for a hill to park on. Because doing it in reverse was actually easier. Like if you could
really?
find a hill, and then you could just pop the clutch in reverse, that was easier to get your car started. So, all right.
I'd like to point out something real quick. Blake is eating the peanuts on his own free will.
Yes, he's discovered that he actually likes circus peanuts.
It's better than candy corn.
Whoa.
Yeah.
3 out of 4 democracy rules, Aiden.
Well, when they started making candy corn in different permutations, it just ended candy corn.
Yeah.
They just started going in weird flavors and weird combinations, and brown candy corn is not candy corn.
What was your candy corn growing up then?
It was orange, white, and yellow.
Rocks.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Orange, white, and yellow.
Right. But now they've got different colored candy corns.
Still orange, white, and yellow.
I have never once seen
Next
anything
Halloween,
other
I will
than
bring them in
orange,
for you
white, and
boys.
yellow. Well, you better.
Are you colorblind?
Yeah.
No.
No, the standard candy corn is still orange, white, and yellow.
I understand that, but they have started to make other flavors and other colors of candy corn, which, as
they
I
have
said,
like
has,
the
has ruined
orange,
candy
orange
corn for
and
me.
black, and
No.
So what you're saying is not. So what you're saying is, the orange, yellow, and white candy corns are all right, but the other flavors of candy corn ruin the original flavor of
even though
orange,
they
yellow, and
taste
white.
the exact same.
Yes.
Right.
Aiden, does this make any sense? Anyway?
That's like saying you don't like red Fruit Loops. They're all the same flavor.
Right.
Yeah.
Fruit. Right. They're fruit flavored.
All right. Another list that I pulled up. I didn't know if we were going to get to this at all, but it looks like we're here. Poorest countries in the world.
Blake is grabbing another peanut.
They don't have circus peanuts in these countries.
No.
All right. And according to the list, the poorest country in the world is South Sudan. All right. The second country, I don't even know where this is. And if Blake or Aiden can look up where this is, it is Burundi.
Yeah, Burundi.
Where is it?
Burundi.
I'm not sure if it's in Africa or if it's an island. I mixed that up with Brunei, so it's not Brunei, it's in Africa.
Brunei is definitely an island.
Correct. Yeah,
Okay.
with the salt.
Burundi is in the middle of Africa. It's sandwiched in between the Democratic Republic of Congo and Tanzania, and north of it is Rwanda.
All right. Fourth or fifth on the list is the Democratic Republic of Congo. So those two really are struggling. They can't even steal from the other one.
Right.
All right. Here's that country on a map.
All right. There you go. All right. Central African Republic.
Central African Republic, yep.
Lenny.
Is that the
He's showing me all the flavors of candy corn. It's like candy corn still tastes the same.
that's the only candy corn that counts.
I agree with you,
But
but
they're all
when they
taste the
started
same.
when they started doing that, they're bastardizing poor candy
Yeah.
corn.
All right. This
Candy
one
corn should be bastardized.
all right.
This is the one eating circus peanuts.
They're
Yeah.
all right. They're overhated just because people don't like the taste of artificial banana.
Artificial's the key word there.
Okay, RK.
Dark chocolate kisses. Oof. Okay. All right.
Little
I
waxy
didn't
for me, but-
expect this one to be on the list. Yemen is ranked number
Really?
4
That's
as
surprising.
the poorest countries in the world. And the list is, and I'll start South Sudan, Burundi, Central African Republic, Yemen, Democratic Republic of Congo, and Niger.
Well, isn't Yemen these days virtually a puppet state because the Saudis are trying to? There's a civil war there. The Saudis are backing somebody. The Houthis are the people that they're rebelling against, and the Saudis are fighting with the Houthis. Is that it's Yemen, the Gulf of Aden? Different Aden. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's
And they don't. I guess they don't have oil money.
Yeah,
They're on the other side of the peninsula. Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, none of these are on anybody's
Vacation list?
must go vacation to list. The closest one is Madagascar, and it's evidently there's just no business there. You know, it's there. Here's a country I've never heard of. ERIT
Eritrea.
Eritrea.
Right. It was part of Ethiopia. They splintered off.
Okay.
It's on the Red Sea
Yeah,
and
Eritrea.
Yeah.
It was part of Ethiopia.
part of
They split in a civil war.
south of
And they said, okay, fine, but
Djibouti.
now help us because we got nothing.
Yeah. And most of these are in Africa. So,
Yeah.
you know, and it's, you know, people say technology doesn't matter, but it's proven the technology hasn't gotten to a lot of these countries.
Sure.
And it definitely matters.
Come on, they're working on clean water in a lot of those
Yeah.
places right
No,
now.
waterborne disease is the number one killer pretty much
Cholera.
on every one on this 20 thing list here.
is Angola on the list?
No, it is
No.
not.
Angola made bankrupt
Afghanistan
when Cuba was there. Yeah.
and Yemen are on 1 and 2 on one list and like 5 and 6
Yeah.
on another list.
I mean, but
Central Africa Republic is up there on South Sudan's up there, and Burundi is up there on Mozambique is on most of these lists too.
yeah,
Afghanistan is surprising, though.
Mm-hmm.
Because, first of all, you know, they've got a vibrant drug trade. And second of all, they can make an awful lot of money on scrap metal with
Mm-hmm.
all the armaments and stuff that's littering that country.
Yeah, it's according to the GDP per capita 2026 consensus forecast.
Okay.
It is listed as the poorest country in the world
Afghanistan.
as far as GDP goes.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's pretty wild.
Well, they've also had a war in their country for 20 some odd years more.
Yeah.
I mean, when did
Yeah,
Russia get in there? It
exactly.
was, Russia. And then they said, all right, Tag, you're it. And we went in. And then we left. And then the Taliban said, hi, we've got it now.
Yeah.
So, there's been no peace in Afghanistan since forever,
Yep.
which is really a shame.
So, all right. So with that, then we have to go to the list of the
Riches?
richest.
Okay.
List of the richest countries. And guess who's number one?
We're number one. We're number one. Saudi Arabia.
China.
Actually, it might be Brunei.
Well, it depends on which one you're looking at.
Okay.
The richest one on this particular list, it was the United States,
Okay.
and China was second. Oops, I lost the other one. I got to go back to the other list. And Russia was third.
Okay.
So it makes those make sense,
Okay.
because you got the GDP. Now there's
You
certain
also got,
people.
you also got
yeah,
the size of the three of them, the three largest countries in the world.
yeah. But
Maybe Canada's bigger than the United States.
yeah, Canada land wise is, and I think some of the other ones that splintered off from Russia because they have a tremendous amount of land. But I'm gonna go to this list here if I can get back to it. All right.
I mean,
There we
I can
go.
find Liechtenstein and Luxembourg. Bobby's
Yeah.
curious.
Yeah.
The little principalities.
That's the list I was on, and that's
Yeah.
the one I was trying to get back
Yeah,
to.
I-
All right, so
Vatican City.
here's this
They
list
got some bucks.
per GDP, and it has United States, China, then Japan, Germany, India, United Kingdom, France, Brazil, Canada, and Italy. Russia doesn't even make this list
Okay.
on this one.
That's GDP.
In Russia's
who's the source?
Russia's number 11. This is Global Citizen Solutions.
Okay.
All right, and then to round out the rest of it, it's South Korea, Australia, Spain, Mexico, Indonesia, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Netherlands, and Switzerland. All
Well,
right?
you have to think of it in terms of the fact that all the top countries have integrated and multi-level production of things.
Mm-hmm.
There's manufacturing, there's agriculture, there's financial stuff going on. Saudi Arabia has oil. You know, I don't know that they're growing wheat and they're not making widgets. You know, I don't know what kind of manufacturing there's necessarily in Saudi Arabia. I don't know that there's not, but I'd be surprised to wonder what they're doing. You know, what do they export other than oil? The other countries have things that they manufacture and export and trade around the world.
Yeah. So this is Forbes's list.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Forbes does 50.
Okay.
All right. They have United States, and they do it by total wealth. 163 billion is
Total wealth.
Total wealth.
Okay, I'm liking this one. I'm curious about
Okay.
a country in particular.
All right. China is at 91 billion at number 2. Japan's number 3 again at 21 billion. Now listen to that gap. That is a huge gap there.
Does it give
and then,
parameters
you
of
know,
what they're declaring as total wealth?
I can go to it, but I don't want people to glaze over.
No, keep going. I'm just curious. We can do that after because I'm intrigued by that.
Yeah. So it's just according to financial experts.
Okay.
That's
Like us.
Keeping it vague. So what country would you like me to look at? This one has Germany 5, India 6,
Well,
France 7,
because it's total wealth,
Canada 8. Yes.
Vatican City.
Ooh, I don't know if they made the top 50.
No, I'd be surprised, but I'm intrigued to know because, you know, Vatican City doesn't manufacture or export anything necessarily that I'm aware of, other than faith.
They manufacture and export love.
Correct. Faith.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No doubt about it. But their property holding, look, and by the way, you know, they may be in deficit now with all the lawsuits that they've had to pay out. I mean, millions and millions and hundreds of millions of dollars. But their land holdings alone around the world are very substantial.
On this list, Saudi Arabia is listed at 24 at 2.2 billion, right ahead of Singapore.
Really? But Singapore could have been higher.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know what they export.
Let's see. Israel.
anywhere?
Israel's at 1.7. People say Israel owns. No, Israel doesn't. Let's stop those rumors. They don't
what?
own the world.
No.
They don't own the world.
It's another trope against Jewish people.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So stop that.
It's the never mind.
No, I'm with you on it. All right, this one is further down than I expected. In 34th is the UAE. I thought they'd be higher up. They're at right at 1.3 billion.
Again, that's oil wealth, and now the tourist mecca of the world, Dubai. You know, so that's just, you know, again, my question is, what do they manufacture? What do they export? What do they trade around the world?
Yeah, they're more like a Hong Kong. Stuff goes in.
Yeah.
And Hong Kong itself is ranked just Hong Kong. China's its own thing. They have Hong Kong as its own
They
country.
still have Hong Kong.
Hong Kong
insulated out.
independently.
Okay. Interesting.
They have China at 2. They have Hong Kong at number 8 or 9.
Huh.
I haven't got to Vatican City, and I'm at 45.
Yeah,
Qatar's at
I'd be
45.
surprised.
So,
But
I'm sorry. What I was giving, that was in the trillions.
okay.
Now
So we don't have to have a telethon for them any longer.
Yeah, now I'm getting into the
feel better. Nobody's missing a meal in any of these countries.
U.S. was in the trillions, not in the billions there. Vatican City did not make it, and the lowest one is Uruguay at 226 billion.
Okay.
So the others were in the trillions, and then I got down into the billions here. So I apologize with that.
Not a problem. Okay, and that was GDP, correct?
This one was Forbes.
But it was listed by GDP.
They did that one as total wealth.
Okay.
The first one I gave you was by GDP, and it was only the top 10. And the top 10 was very similar to what Forbes had. So.
Okay, let's see what we got here.
Barbara Jane, Somalia was ranked like number 11 or 12 on the poorest countries. So, and Liechtenstein and Luxembourg did not make these two lists, but I did see them on a list, I think, with when it was the citizens' average wealth or something like that.
Okay.
So, and I think that's a factor that's completely different, too. So.
Poor Vatican City is only worth somewhere between 20 and 50 billion. However, their secrecy makes it very difficult for anybody to really know that.
Yeah, that could be an artwork alone.
That's what I was thinking. Just in the properties.
Yeah.
You know, how do you put a value on St. Peter's Basilica and the
Sistine Chapel?
Sistine Chapel.
Yeah,
Exactly.
You just
You know?
can't. You just can't put a value on
And
it.
what about all the stuff that's buried underneath it in the catacombs and stuff like that, man? There is secrets down there that I would love to go play down
I mean,
there.
even the part that you
Woo.
get to see
Yeah.
in the catacombs is like the part they allow you
Right.
to is pretty spooky and you're
But it's fascinating.
You're amazed. You're absolutely amazed.
Yep.
So, all right, guys. We can talk a little bit more football. We got five minutes. Game of the week to watch this week before we come back on Monday.
Seattle's playing who?
Seattle's playing the 49ers. Sam Darnold was listed as questionable today.
Really?
Yeah, I believe he suffered an oblique injury in the 49ers game. Or
Okay. I'm sorry to hear that because we want a fair fight.
Yeah.
And who's his backup?
I believe it's Joe Milton or
Drew Lock?
or Sam Howell. Oh, Sam. I feel like Sam Howell's on the Seahawks.
Okay.
I think it goes.
late of the.
I think it goes Darnold,
Commanders?
Howell, Milton. if
no,
I'm
no, no.
remembering.
So it's actually Darnold, Drew Lock, and then Jalen Milrow.
Milrow. All right. Go Bama. Roll Tide.
I was thinking of this game and the bet I'm going to play on this game, and I'm going to bet McCaffrey in the over on total yards because he'll be the guy who I feel is going to get Kittle's touches.
I'm coming back to my Demarius Johnson
Okay.
because he's got to pick it up. I mean, the guy came out of nowhere
Yep.
and he had 5-6 catches last week and made me money. And he's been amping up, and he might fill that role. He's not a tight end, but they'll go 3-4 wide instead of tight end, and
Yeah,
It'll be interesting to see.
but I mean,
yeah,
Kittle gets a lot of check down passes.
right. And so does McCaffrey in the flat.
McCaffrey gets
yeah.
the check down
Yeah.
passes, so that's the reason I'm leaning more towards McCaffrey, getting more yardage there.
Going to go with yardage or receptions?
Total yardage,
Okay.
total yards, because either they're going to feed him on the ground or they're going to feed him in the air.
Right.
And I think McCaffrey, I think McCaffrey's going to get 30 touches.
Combined, that could
Yeah.
make sense. I mean, he
Yeah.
could get 6 or 7 or 8 passes,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because they're little dinks out in the flat. And how many times you see him, you know, block and then just leak through and turn around and wait
Yeah,
for the ball. to hit him
he's
in the-
right
in the
there.
stomach.
He's the check down guy, and
Yep.
Purdy goes through his progressions as good as any quarterback
Yeah.
in the league, in my
Yeah.
opinion. So,
It's going to be interesting. And let's come back to Houston, New England.
yeah, I still like Houston in this game.
I think that defense is going to dominate. But you know, this is make or break for Drake May. I mean, it's not like the kid's career is going to be over.
No,
But if he
He's had a
beats
great
if he
season.
beats the Houston defense, it'll cement him as moving up.
yeah, he's had an absolute great season.
Mm-hmm.
So, and didn't Aiden, you picked Houston with me yesterday, right?
Absolutely. He hasn't seen a defense like that. He's going to be lost out. I think he's going to be more lost than he has been all season. I think they only played 2 teams total with a record over 500. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to change next year too because they're going to be playing a first place schedule instead of where were they 4th place, I guess maybe.
Yeah.
So, and the same thing for the Jaguars. The Jaguars didn't, you know, after the collapse last year, they came in with a weak schedule. Now they're going to have to play a first place schedule. I think they may be up to it, but it's going to be
Yeah,
interesting
no,
to see.
they beat some good teams.
They really did.
I mean, the teams they lost to. I mean, when they lost to Houston, they should have won that game. They had like a 20-point lead.
That was just
So-
that was an Atlanta Falcon collapse in the
Yeah.
Super Bowl is what that was.
Yeah.
Man, that cost me so much money. It's not even funny. And I was spending it with 3 minutes left in that game.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
know
you
if
were
I'll-
buying boats.
I'm telling you, I don't know if I'm ever
Blake,
getting over
Blake,
that.
what other games we got out there? We got 3 minutes left.
I believe the other game is Bills Broncos, and then also I believe the we went through Texans Patriots, and then 49ers Seahawks, and then Rams Bears.
Rams, Bears.
That's going to be interesting too. And
And we all had the Rams, right?
Matt Stafford said his finger is fine. He's got no problems. I'm waiting to see. You know, I like San Francisco a lot, but I want to see a rematch of Seattle and the Rams because I want to see the alphabet soup of Jackson Smith, Nagoa, and Puka Nacua go up against each
Yeah,
other because I think those are the 2 best receivers in football today, and their quarterbacks exploit them. They're just a pleasure to watch.
I don't agree with the the two best. I'll put them in the top 10
Well,
because I think
Who's above them?
you can make a case for Jamar Chase, but still.
I think Chase is by far the best. I think he's a different level. He just hasn't. He's just.
He's good, but I think these two guys are having a season that is just, you key on them. I mean, they have 8, 9, 10 catches a game. They have consistently over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns a game. They're virtually unstoppable.
But I mean, that's a system thing. I mean,
Yeah.
You're telling me you're making a draft right now for your team, and you're not taking Chase as the number 1 pick as your wide receiver. I mean, not talking fantasy points. I'm talking the guy who can change the game.
Well, he's a traditional wideout, and I think the other two are slot receivers. They come out of the slot more than not, if I'm not mistaken. And it's a different position. Chase isn't going across. Not that he's not. I'm not saying he's not a tough guy, but he doesn't go across the middle. He's a sideline kind of guy, and he's great. He's got great hands, fast as lightning. But still, the other two guys are taking beatings.
Yeah, no, I still think I can't as a GM. I can't think anybody else. All right, any shout outs you guys got right now before we say goodbye? It's the end of the week.
Yep.
Chowder Fest I have on Sunday. If you guys make it down to the Mission, it's to support Mave School CPS. So come down there, say hi to me. I'll be doing the judging.
I'm pulling for my boys, Meehan's and Sunset Grill. They're perennial winners in that. And Pop and Gale, that's for you.
There you go. Aiden, anything you got this weekend we need to shout out?
No, not even close.
Blake?
All right. So starting Saturday and Sunday, I'll be down in Daytona for the Roar Before the 24, and I already scheduled my first 2 driver interviews on Saturday.
All right, so you'll be live throughout the weekend.
Yes.
Blake Blevins, our man in the pits.
Yeah.
Nice. Very exciting. Very exciting.
The man with the pits.
Right.
So,
Whoa.
all right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Is it
Bye-bye.
really that
Ciao,
funny from
ciao.
here?